have a huge butt and a tiny waist now.
Is that I can make it clap.
It's had big hips and a small waist.
Things people are jealous of me for having.
Things people might get jealous of me.
These are things I think people would be jealous of me for.
We need to talk.
That I have the measurements of a supermodel.
My period is 1 day long.
And I poop multiple times a day.
So there is a trend going around TikTok right now, and at first I thought it was a joke. Women are getting on camera listing their physical features, their body measurements, their intimate anatomy, and calling it a jealousy trend. Huge chest, tiny waist, big hips, and then innie and outie, I'm sorry. All of these on TikTok for views.
I can twerk very well.
I can bust really easily.
I just naturally have a really fat ass.
I have a beauty mark above my lips, and I'm not talking about the lips on my face.
I have pretty feet. My hair is real.
It's good to me. I have a pink innie and a pink beehole.
My man buys me whatever the fuck I want. He pays for my nails. He pays for my hair.
I don't have hair in my armpits at all.
I'm sorry, what? These are biological features, things your body decided before you were even born, things you had zero input on, and we are listing them like achievements on a CV. Girl, your genetics did that, not you.
I have a huge butt and a tiny waist naturally. My measurements are 41-inch hips and 27 waist. I'm 30 and don't have a single wrinkle. I never get ingrown hairs down there.
Now, before I call everyone out, I want to be fair, because this didn't start as something toxic. Body positivity started beautifully. Women who didn't fit the magazine standard started showing up online saying, I exist, my body is valid. That was genuinely powerful, but then TikTok got involved, and suddenly body positivity stopped being about inclusion and started being about competition.
So I was on Twitter and I came across this picture of Kendall Jenner's stomach. It looks quite perfect. There's hardly any fat. She has like a sun-kissed six-pack. And for a split second, I had a thought of, my stomach needs to look like that. And then I thought about the thousands and thousands of other girls who probably saw similar pictures and thought the same thing. So I wanted to show you how my stomach looks. My stomach looks like this. It has fat, it has rolls, it has a nice little muffin top, and that's okay. So if your stomach doesn't look like Kendall Jenner's, I just wanted to remind you that that's okay.
Because the algorithm figured something out. Comparison content keeps people watching longer than anything else. So the message went from everybody is valid to my body is better than yours.
My whole life, I've always had big hips and a small waist.
And they dressed it up as confidence so nobody could call it out. That is not body positivity. That is a beauty standard wearing a confidence costume.
Why are people biting your cheeks in like this in pictures and thinking it's, wait, I'm like, am I the only one who sees it? Like, is this normal? Like, people are, why do y'all want to look sick? It's okay to have a face that is full.
And I need people to see the difference.
I don't like that recently it's been more and more common to disguise egotistical behavior and narcissistic behavior as self-love and confidence. I'm noticing that it's becoming a lot more prominent in girls, especially with trends like things you would be jealous of me for. And it's like, you don't have to put other girls down and tell them that I have this and you don't. Don't have to act that way. You can just be like, oh, this is what I love about myself, and I'm so grateful for this about myself, and I love this about what I have. You don't have to put other people down for it.
Somewhere right now, a 13-year-old girl is watching this video and her brain is doing something she doesn't even realize. She's making a checklist. Does she have that? Is has the right kind? Is she enough? That checklist is silence, but she feels it. That's low-grade feeling. That's something about her body is slightly wrong, slightly not enough. It came from these kinds of trend. Your brain was built for comparison, but back then you compared yourself to maybe 10 women in your village. Now you're comparing yourself to 10,000 women before breakfast. Highly filtered, professionally lit, algorithmically selected. That is not natural. That was never natural. Cosmetic surgery targeting the exact features this trend glorifies has increased by 40% since TikTok went mainstream. 40% increase since TikTok. Women are not just feeling bad, they are going into debt surgically achieve features that a TikTok trend told them were worth envying. Are these girls making these videos? They are also losing something because they are building their entire identity around their body. Bodies change, pregnancy changes them, age changes them. What happens to her self-worth when the feature she built her platform on is no longer what it was? Nobody is asking that question, but somebody should.
Okay, girlies, here's your daily reminder that having curves and having a little tummy and having a booty is hot. It's hot. It's hot. You don't need to lose weight. You don't need to size down on your clothes. Get the size that fits you and be the bad bitch that you are. That's all I have to say.
And I need to talk about where this pressure actually comes from. Influencers with specific body types have spent years presenting their bodies as aspirational. The hourglass, the slim fit, the specific proportions that get the most engagements, and they are rewarded for it. So regular girls learned the lesson. My body is my most valuable asset online. But here is what the influencer has that the girl in her bedroom doesn't: lighting, ankles, editing, styling, surgery. The body you are envying was produced, not lived in, and you are comparing your unfiltered Tuesday morning self to a production and losing and feeling bad about losing against something that isn't even real. That should make you angry, not at yourself, at the system.
And girls with innies, how does it feel to live my dream? You get to wear thongs without the lips like falling on the sides. Must be nice, bitch.
Now, I need to address this specifically. Intimate female anatomy is now a TikTok trend.
When I'm talking about innies and outies, I am not talking about belly buttons. I'm talking about lips, if you know what I mean. And people are shocked. A lot of people don't know that this is a thing. You can have an innie or an outie. But here I am, educating you all on things you didn't need to know and you probably don't care about. But I said that it can be pink, it can be brown, it can be purple.
Normal biological variation that exists in every single female body is being presented as something aspirational.
Some girls have an innie, which is meaning your lips down there are tucked in. Some girls have an outie, meaning the lips are more out.
Doctors have documented this variation for centuries. It is completely normal. There is no correct version. Every variation is normal, every single one. But TikTok doesn't care about normal. TikTok cares about what gets views. And now there are women considering procedures to change something that was never wrong in the first place. We have gone from face filters to body filters to now telling women their most intimate anatomy needs public approval. Where does it end?
Genetically, I was blessed with a big butt and a smaller waist and even some boobs.
And look, there is nothing wrong with loving your body, nothing wrong with feeling yourself, but there is a difference between confidence and hierarchy. Confidence says, I love my body. This trend says, my body is something other women should want. One is self-love, the other is ranking system. Real confidence doesn't need other women to feel inadequate. Real confidence just exists quietly, without a checklist. The body positive movement at its best said everybody is valid. This trend at its worst says some bodies are more valid, and here is the ranking.
Also real. Number 3, kind of odd flex, but I have natural double Ds. Natural double Ds.
I just naturally have a really fat ass.
My waist is 22 inches, 23 inches on a bloated day.
That is not a glow up. That is just mean girls with better lighting.
I have a beauty mark above my lips. And I'm not talking about the lips on my face.
You were born with your body, so we're there. Nobody earned their ribcage. Nobody worked for their anatomy.
Last one is no matter how much I eat, I always manage to stay skinny.
Making biological lock into her flex is not empowerment. It is not confidence. It is not body positivity. It is just a new way to make other women feel small.
Number one, I do not have body odor really. If I sweat a lot and then that sweat dries, it just kind of dries as odorless.
I don't have hair on my armpits at all. Oops, look at this. Perfectly white. Basically, I don't shave my armpits. I don't do anything because I don't have hair in them, and I've never had hair on them ever. So
I don't have a single razor bump on my body, y'all. I don't, and I be shaving any kind of way.
And somewhere a 13-year-old girl, like Riley said, is watching that video, making a checklist, feeling like she isn't enough, and that should make all of us uncomfortable. See you next time.